thanks to the spirits of the land here that are finally getting a good drink. We've got some good rain, which is nice. Um, yeah, it's grey, it's raining, and it's beautiful. It's not as humid as yesterday. It still says 81% humidity, but it's not as, or maybe because I'm not working out like I was yesterday. But anyway, you get that. All right, so welcome to Wednesday, the 12th of February. Now, the moon is now in opposition by orb of the sun. All right, so the full moon effects have started. All right, so with this moon in Leo, you're definitely being asked to step up a little bit, like be proud of yourself, get your creative mojo happening. Hang on, I need to click the button, do the thing to say, oh, no, I've got two viewers. Good morning. This is so laggy, so laggy. All right, so I'm just gonna hello Alicia and Heather, how are you? Mwah. All right, so this experience that we're having at the moment, good morning Dommy, good morning Kath. Now we've got some pretty extraordinary things happening around us, like there's, besides the fact that we're frazzled, so we've had that sun Uranus, that was exact at 6 a.m. this morning. And with that sun in Aquarius and Mercury, our thoughts really close to the sun. So it's like frazzled thinking, yet we had that moment of brilliance on Sunday evening where all of that stuff might have become clearer. Okay. Now, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, no, that's right. Oh my God, sorry, I had to think about that. Mercury is close to the sun. I'm like, how is it a full moon if Mercury is close to the sun? Doesn't really matter. Mercury's not involved. Anyway, so now that the moon is in Leo and it is in opposition to the sun, we're really starting to get that spotlight on what are the things that we need to be addressing. Now, in the sky, there is nothing happening. There really is not. Yesterday, I was just speaking about all of the planets in the room are quiet and they are just observing the conversation that is going on between the Sun, Mercury, and yesterday it was so the Sun and Mercury and Uranus. All right, so just those three guys are talking. Now, yesterday also we had that Mercury square Uranus because Mercury and the Sun are conjunct, whereas today it was the Sun square Mercury. Sorry, square Uranus. Oh my God. Frazzled thinking. So now, all right, so the moon, like I said, is coming into that opposition. It's at 8 degrees now, so it's very wide, but it's still the feeling is there. Hi, Louise, how are you? All right, now later on in the day, we are actually starting at 9:30. The moon is going to start in conjunct Saturn. Fuck my words. All right, so that moon in Leo that wants to shine bright and be proud. Good morning, Lisa, and happy birthday for yesterday. So I wonder, I'll have to have a look at, I'm going to send you a little clip because I don't know, you would have had the Leo moon for the year, Lisa. How good's that? Yay. All right. Frazzled thinking. Okay, so the moon in Leo going, come on, step up, stand up, be seen, be proud. Saturn is making the adjustment, all right? We know that we need to change some of these foundational subconscious beliefs that we have, all right? Saturn in Pisces in conjunct. The moon's like, come on, girl, step up. And Saturn's like, all right, what are these beliefs that we need to address and change? And it's great because the moon is also going to trine, helpful, harmonious. Good morning, Lauren. Chiron. All right, so I do feel like we are going to make all of these realizations about the things that are making us feel uncomfortable. All right, so because that Uranus is in Taurus and that Taurus just wants to be comfortable, stable, secure, have habits that it's recognizable, and that's not the right word, It's just got its way that it's always been, and that's what it wants to do. But the sun's like shaking it up, going, "No, your future demands more from you." All right. So we've got that, and like I said, that Chiron, I think, is just that realization. Chiron in Aries, I am okay. All right. Regardless of what I have been through in the past, in this moment right now, I am okay, and I can be that Leo moon. I can stand up, be heard, speak loud, be proud. I can do all of those things and not give two flying hoofs about what anyone else thinks because I know my worth. Uranus in Taurus, all right? So, good morning, Deborah. How are you? So that is right now. Now, later on in the day after 11, the moon is going to come up and square Uranus again. All right, so Mercury and the Sun have been squaring Uranus, but now that Leo moon is going to square it from the other side. Okay, so Uranus is still very much in the mix. So just remember that physically, you might be feeling heightened anxiety. You could be having just uncomfortable messages going through your body. You could have issues with your shins. All right, you could be having some knee issues, or just knees, ankles, that they're the Aquarian part of the body. So just, all of that stuff. Now, I don't think I spoke about this one, but and I know I didn't. I'm sorry, ADHD Central. All right. So this experience is just one of many that you will have in your lifetime. Heather, I can feel you. All right. After the last couple of days, this is the full moon. This full moon is the universe saying, I meant what I said. All right. Like I said, with that hyper focus, no one else is talking in the room. The things that you're dealing with now are literally the only things on your mind. All right. So stand tall and experience them like the champion that you are. Ponder the things that need to be different and declutter your thoughts and environment to allow new things in. So if you can stop and have a look around yourself right now, stop, take a deep breath, and have a look at your actual environment. All right? Like I'm looking at my desk. It's pretty fucking chaotic. This side also. The background looks awesome because I can't handle having things going on in the background, but it just draws me to the attention that I need to be decluttering and clearing this space so that my thoughts can function better. All right, now talking of thoughts, Mercury in Aquarius, still frazzled by that sun, is in conjunct the South Node. All right, so this just means all of those things that are familiar to you. All right, the South Node is in Virgo, so it's very much about, the detailed analysis of your life, you critiquing both your environment and your mental state. So hopefully your inner critic is not going feral right now. But if it is, then these are the adjustments that Saturn is going to help you make with that subconscious narrative, inner critic. All right, Saturn's like, whoa, 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 whoa. This is where the work needs to be done, Saturn. And Mercury, in conjunct the South Node, is making us aware of what those thoughts are. Just think of the old, putting that tape in. For those that are a bit younger than me, maybe you've got that CD that plays all the time. I'm definitely not as old as an 8-track, but tapes were absolutely my jam when I was a kid. We'd put a tape in the tape player while we were listening to the radio and click play record so we could record things off the radio. Now we just have it all at our fingertips. It's just amazing. But anyway, my point was, besides showing my age, my point was we are more than likely going to be made very aware of what those tapes are, that narrative, that bullshit that we tell ourselves that keeps us small. All right. So now that the moon is in Leo, asking you to step up and be proud and be different, embrace that authenticity that makes you you, because the world needs you as you are, So part of that Chiron stuff, this Uranus challenging you to have a forward momentum that looks different than what you've had in the past, that Chiron allowing you to say, yes, you know, you may have scars and you may have sore spots and you may have wounds, but they don't change who you are fundamentally. That uniqueness, you know, you can be battle weary. That just means that you're more experienced. It just means that as you now walk down this North Node path, you can see objects and obstacles. That's the word I was looking for. You can see obstacles before you get to them. And because you've dealt with that shit before, you know how to maneuver. You know what I mean? So definitely pay attention to the you know, those south node things that you need to release in your mind with that frazzled thinking, and just be like, I got this. I am stronger than the experiences of the past. Now, yesterday I used the analogy of, I'm not, well, there's nothing Scorpio going on here, but I made the realization that I often say that the gold and jewels are the things that we dig for when we are in Scorpio time. Okay, so whether that's the sun transiting Scorpio, or you are having a transit of Scorpio through your eighth house, or Scorpio somewhere in your chart, you know, it's time. That's the time where your private investigator mode kicks in and you start digging and looking for the pearls of wisdom. Now, those pearls were just emotional experiences that stuck a grain of sand in your history. All right. So this is actually yesterday I recorded the sun and the moon in your natal chart. It's over on YouTube. So if you would like to learn more about your sun and your moon, just go over there and have a look. Actually, I posted the YouTube link yesterday in the chat. Sorry, in the feed. So you can go find it there. But even just that analogy of, you know, you have an experience as a small child that starts as a grain of sand. Good morning, Sally. And then that grain of sand becomes irritated, which is what makes the pearl encapsulate um, in that pearl essence. All right. So then these experiences that are making us uncomfortable are like, there we go, another analogy, the princess and the pea. All right. She could never find comfort because there was that pea or that pearl all the way down the bottom, all the way back there. You know, so those subconscious beliefs that are playing us out, that blip us out, that make us, you know, go down that same road all the time, that neural pathway, that belief. You know, here we are now, and you know, Uranus and Aquarius is making it's giving us x-ray vision. Maybe we can just see that pearl and where it is and where it came from, and now we are able to make the adjustments and heal those things so that we can move forward into this destiny that we have. Actually, I wrote it here. So the Mercury in conjunct the South Node is described as transit time. Destiny asking you to stop and think about what needs adjusting for you to proceed. All right. So, you know, and again, it's just, oh my God, I feel like I'm constantly waiting for and you know what it is? It's the constantly waiting for you know, that bow that has been drawn back while Mars has been retrograde. So as soon as that Mars goes direct and the bow is unhooked, so, you know, we're waiting for that 24th of February. But once it starts getting going, only a couple of days, you know, because it's Mars, we're going to be able to start moving forward. So we've got 2 weeks. Saturn. And in that 2 weeks, so 2 weeks after Mars goes direct, we then have Venus go retrograde. So all of the things that you are experiencing now, you will also revisit when Venus comes back to this point. All right. So, you know, you're already doing the work. You're doing that subconscious work. You're starting to excavate those uncomfortable beliefs that make you sit in that comfortable place, not moving and just chewing on cud like the bull does in the yard. So that was a lot. That was a lot. And then considering that there's not that much going on, that was a lot. All right, so let's draw a card. And as always, we'll get the perfect card. So this one. Oh, I've not seen this one before. Oh, a new one. That's awesome. Underneath the lizard's skin. Look at that. Oh, that gecko is awesome. Uh, when the boys were, yeah, there we go. Absolutely, it's a snake year. It's a 9 year. We are absolutely all shedding our skin, releasing those old unconscious beliefs. All right. So, shedding the skin of the past, temporary vulnerability as you process something new, releasing resistance to change. There is only one constant in life, and that is change. We are not always aware how things evolve within us. Sometimes the process is slow and organic, while other times it is a rapid pace and unnerving. This is the state you find yourself in now. Oh my God, so true. The swift peeling away of the layers of your life that no longer serve you or protect you. Be willing to let go of everything you know that impedes your progress. Those things you need to be releasing are hindering that flexibility that you need to be in the world. You feel resistant to what is new and unknowable, but you have nothing to fear. When a lizard sheds its old scales, there is new, healthy skin waiting just underneath the surface. The tender pink skin hardens quickly as you release the old to make way for new growth and new life. You need space to breathe and stretch and grow as nature intended. You have been wanting a new life, a new version of yourself, and you are evolving to meet that self. Be present to this new time of discovery. This is the sacred experience that is woven into your destiny. Your soul knows the beauty that is waiting for you. So, underneath that lizard's skin is a sign for you to trust the process of your own magical discovery. Who are you becoming? The one who is not afraid of shedding the skin of the past to embrace the dream of your future. And absolutely, Sally, isn't that the perfect card for right now? So just feel all of those, feel the feelings, but observe what it is that the universe is showing you most of. Remember that I meant what I said, like these things are like you can't avoid them. It's the only thing that you're looking at. Awesome, Lisa. Awesome. I'm going to give you a call later on. So we'll organize a Zoom. So yeah, the full moon is actually at 12:52 a.m. tomorrow morning. All right. So this is why I'm sort of harping on about, this evening is going to be, just that growing opposition, So by the time we wake up in the morning, where the moon would have passed, it would be 8 hours past the time when I talk to you. But, tomorrow the moon does move into Virgo at lunchtime. So yeah, we have that shifting mindset after this experience tomorrow. So just remember a few things come back online tomorrow planetary wise, but I just want to reiterate the movement part. There is a lot of nervous anxiety and tension happening. So, and I did just realize, just when I said that about your shins and ankles, yesterday yes, absolutely, Sally, put your crystals out this evening. Yesterday I went for a walk and my ankles started hurting and I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? This morning I'm like, my knee hurt. And yeah, there you go. All that Aquarian energy from your knees to your ankle or knees is Capricorn, but it's on the border. So if you have sore knees down to sore ankles, it's Aquarius. So I hope you all have an amazing evening. And yeah, like Sally said, put your crystals out. Maybe try to do some moon water, as well. Like just put some water out to be charged. So, that's always a good thing. This is that future direction energy. So be proud, breathe loud, and be unique. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Mwah.